Hi, I'm Susan Vierkandt, and today we're being joined by Damien and Danielle Bruno from sunny Costa Rica. Welcome, Damien and Danielle.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Susan. Glad to be here.
Damien and Danielle participated in the Certified International Property Specialist designation class that I participated in back in September. And when I met them, I found out that they are real estate practitioners in Sedona, Arizona, and you're with a Coldwell Banker there. Is that correct?
Yes, Coldwell Banker Realty in Sedona, yes.
Awesome. But they have recently purchased a home in Costa Rica and are splitting their practice between Sedona and Costa Rica. What's that like?
Lots of fun and lots of travel.
It's a longer commute to work for sure.
Yes, but there's a synergy between Sedona's market and the real estate market here in Costa Rica. Both are, vacation destinations. So there's a lot of investor activity, second home purchasing, and vacation rental purchasing in both Sedona and Costa Rica. So there is a bit of synergy between the two markets.
Absolutely. So, when did you first start going down to Costa Rica?
About, what, 3-4 years
About
ago?
4 years ago, we started vacationing down here, and it just built over time to in the last 2 years, it was probably 3 to 5 weeks between our visits over the year. And fell in love with the area. Our son really enjoyed it, and we were coming to a point where we needed to make a decision about middle school for our son. And they have great schools down here that kind of would continue the type of project-based learning he had in Sedona at a charter school, a Montessori school in Sedona. So we started to kick around the idea of buying a second home down here and splitting our time between the two locations. Obviously, our son would be here more often out of the year than both of us, even though there's always one of us, either myself or Danielle, here with Dante, our son, and the other could be in Sedona. So, yes.
Awesome. So, tell me about the community that you purchased in and some of the amenities that are in that community because it's pretty amazing.
Sure. Mar Vista is a 750-acre community slash nature preserve. They've put aside about 34% of the land of the 750 acres that'll never be built on. And they try to have an overall eco-friendly outlook with building and how they take care of the building process so it's not affecting all of the nature around the area, which is a big draw for people who are coming, obviously, right? It's a beach community. Mar Vista is kind of snuggled right in between Flamingo and Brasilito. Uh, One of the biggest draws for us and for those that are coming, a lot of families, is La Paz. That is the school that is basically right at the front of Mar Vista. You kind of pass by as you're going through the guard gate. Its community has a 24/7 guard gate, for safety and so forth, even though we grew up in New York City and we felt like coming down here, there was no reason for a guard gate compared to our experience in New York City, but nonetheless, it's nice to have that extra comfortability with, how you're living and so forth. But, homes in Mar Vista start in the 500,000 range, and the most expensive sale in here to date was 3.4 million. So it's definitely got a good range. You've got retirees, full-on expats down here. You have individuals like Danielle and myself who are splitting their time between another location and here. Danielle and I are attempting to get our residency. That's in process down here. That's part of the bigger picture for working and living in Costa Rica. But yeah, Mar Vista is a great community. It has a clubhouse with a infinity pool, a yoga pavilion, a gym on property. So the amenities were really a big draw for both of us.
And after visiting some of the area, I have to say I'm really drawn to Mar Vista. It's a great community. I love the hills. The higher up you go, of course, the better views you have, ocean views, sunset views. I love the Dos Rios community that we're in. Everybody's really nice and friendly. And of course, there's other areas that you can live in Mar Vista from your entry level all the way up to your very luxury high end level as well.
One of the things that impressed me were the variety of communities that we visited. So there's a little something for everyone, whether you wanted the ultra exclusive, but all of the communities worked with the landscapes around to preserve the natural feel and uh, amenities,
environment. I think that's
the
a big
environment.
draw for people to come here, is that they still want to feel like it's not so developed and they're not taking away the nature, right? The reason why they're coming here to begin with. So there's monkeys in our backyard. We see parakeets flying around. We've had iguanas in our backyard. So that's part of the reason why people come here, is for that. So to take that away, I think that's why these subdivisions in these areas cater to that for their clientele.
So, Damien and Danielle, tell us what's going on with the market in Costa Rica now. What is the real estate market like in Costa Rica?
Costa Rica's market is still a seller's market. They experience low inventory as a norm and are experiencing even lower inventory. And this has continued here in Costa Rica. You're still seeing a lot of buyers come in from the United States, from Canada, and Europe. At this time, and with the low inventory, it continues to be a seller's market with property increasing the values. The home we've purchased has gone up in value, and we purchased back in May. So unlike the U.S. market, where you're having some headwinds because of mortgage rates and the cost of buying not being preferential to a lot of buyers, here in Costa Rica, people are not coming down and getting mortgages. There's some seller financing, but in general, there's not a mortgage industry like you have in the United States. Even for their own citizens, it's difficult. Never mind those coming from other countries. So you're typically seeing cash buyers that come down here. And the cash buyers are not affected, obviously, by Federal Reserve's raising of interest rates and what's going on with mortgage in the U.S. They're typically affluent and they're buying second homes or investment properties. With that said, it has seasonal changes. Rainy season comes probably like May through October, with the most of it being September, October. There's no tourism. There's less buyers. Right now, we're in Costa Rican summer, and it's very dry, especially in the Guanacaste region, and you get tons of tourists. And, similar to Sedona's market, the buyers first find out about the area as tourists and then become interested. So the market here has slowed a little bit from what was going on right as COVID restrictions ended in the US, Canada, and Europe. We had a big push down here as people were able to get out and travel, but you're still in a seller's market because of the fact that people are buying with cash and there's low inventory down here.
I'm also a referral member for the Costa Rica Global Association of Realtors. And so from time to time, I'm going to be introducing you to partners and folks that we've met in Costa Rica. And we'll be touching base with Damien and Danielle to see how they're progressing. But it's an exciting lifestyle shift that you guys have made. And one of the probably positive things I think that came out of COVID was the fact that people learned that they could live anywhere and work anywhere. And so it's a great opportunity to imagine the life that you want to be living and to live your best life every day. And so I really congratulate you on taking such a huge step in that direction, and we certainly wish you guys the very best in your business and your life in Costa Rica. So if someone is interested in making a move to Sedona and checking out properties there, or taking a trip to Costa Rica, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, you can visit our website, SedonaRealEstateAgents.com, as well as get in touch with myself, Danielle Gian. I'm the team lead, the buyer's agent on our team, SedonaRealEstateAgents.com.
Another thing you can do is just search online Sedona Damien. That's a handle I use with lots of my social media, so to bring up all the social media. And of course, you can give me a call at 928-202-0038.